Wagwan, wagwan. Well, today on the menu we have some popcorn chicken with some barbecue sauce made from scratch. Let's go. So here I have a pound and a half of chicken thighs, boneless, skinless. I choose to use chicken thighs because it's always more juicy when you fry them. Alright? So here we go. We want to make sure we wash and clean our chicken thighs properly. Take off all the little fat. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut these into small bites. You don't know, popcorn size? Yeah, because we're making popcorn chicken, right? Yes, so we're gonna go ahead and just cut them up into small size bites and prepare that. Yeah guys, chicken thighs is always the best to use because the breast normally dry out when you fry it. Alright, so I take my time and go through with my chicken thighs. Cut them into small bits like this. You don't want to cut them too big because by the time you put the bread in on there, it's gonna be so fluffy and big. Look at that, guys. Yes, this is how I cut them up into small bits, getting ready for my meal. This take time, so you gotta spend a little time and cut them up properly. Okay, and just cut them into big chunks. So I take my time and cut them into small bites. And those look so beautiful. Those are what I'm looking for. I get a bowl and put them in there, getting them prepared to be seasoned. And bear in mind, I do this like 5-6 hours before I'm ready to cook them, so I can put it in the refrigerator so it can marinate for a while. Look at that. Beautiful, nice thighs. They're gonna be so juicy. So now I'm gonna prepare the seasoning to make the marinade. I got some all-purpose adobo seasoning. I love my all-purpose adobo. It tastes good with anything. I'm gonna use like about 1.5 tablespoons of that, and then the black pepper I go ahead and use 1 teaspoon, not even a full teaspoon, but about right there. Some onion powder. Yeah, of course we want the taste of onion and that chicken. Yeah, also some chili powder. I'm gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of that. Then some barbecue jerk seasoning sauce. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of this, and then I'm gonna put that into my bullet. Looking good, looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and add a few leaves of parsley. Yeah, a few leaves of fresh parsley is gonna do real good. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend that up because you don't know, we are making some marinade for my popcorn chicken. Look at that, guys. Yeah, that's ready. Looking wonderful. So I'm gonna go ahead. It's so hard up in there. I gotta use a spoon to get it out, but no problem. That's the paste right there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm using the gloves, so make sure you use the gloves, or if you want to just get into it, no problem, but I'm using a glove. And And this is how my chicken look. Those small bits, easy to season up, you know. So after I look like that, I'm gonna wrap it with a piece of plastic wrap, you know, just to keep all that smell and everything in there. Then I'm gonna rest that in the refrigerator for like 6 hours. Yeah, soon get back to that. So in the meantime, you can go and prepare the breading. Of course, we add some flour, we'll add some chili powder. About a tablespoon of chili powder will do good. About a teaspoon of black pepper. And that's it. You don't really want a lot because it's real marinated already with some nice seasoning over there. And after 6 hours, here we go. Look at my chicken that is so chill and just relaxing there. Right, no water, nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the breading. And then I'm gonna give it a nice rub in just to get everything covered in the breading. It's gonna be so good. And I'm gonna give it a double dip because I'm doing heavy breading. I want it to be real fluffy and nice. So I'm gonna put these into a basket and shake off the flour. Make sure I shake off the flour. And then I have a bowl with some water. Could I use egg wash or any whatever you want to use, but I'm just using some simple water. Go ahead and submerge that into the water twice, you know, and make sure you get the water drain off before you add it back to the flour. Okay, so here we go, back into the breading. Wow, look at that. And I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same procedure. Yeah, look at that. This is what we're looking for. You can see that really sticking to there because of the water. The flour is really sticking on there. So this is home style, so I'm gonna use a small Dutch pot. You can use your fryer, your deep fryer, your air fryer, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, add some cooking oil, and after the oil is hot enough, I start adding these piece by piece. When you're adding them, you do not move them for the first 1 minute because you don't want the breading to shake. And this is what it looks like if you do not move it for 1 minute. Yeah, look at that breading. You can see the breading is forming properly. Right, looking so beautiful and crispy. Smell good too. Yeah. So as you can see, the pot is, I'm using a small pot because I didn't want to use a lot of oil. So I'm using a small pot. So I will do these in batches. Right, and when they're crispy and nice like that, I put them in a bowl with a piece of napkin so the excess oil will kind of drain out. You know what I mean? But this is how it is. And we do that in batches until we finish and get the amount. If you want, you can use a big pot, your air fryer, whatever. Here we go. Time to make the sauce. So for the sauce, the base of the sauce, I'm gonna use a tomato and an onion. Right? You wanna get some real substance in there, some real juice and some real taste. So for sure, I use a tomato and cut that up real fine. Right? You want to make sure you cut it as fine as possible because it's sauce. We're not looking for any big things to chew up in there. You know what I mean? Look at that. Nice and easy. Put that one side. Move on to the onion. We're going to do the same process with the onion. We're going to cut it fine. We don't want nothing big because we want them to, you know, be like a part of the sauce, not some food in the sauce. Yeah man, so start the sauce. We're gonna put some butter. You can use cooking oil if you want, but I'm using butter because honestly I think whatever you do, butter have a better taste to your pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt that out. I'm using the butter as, you know, just to wet the bottom of the pot. So I put in my onion first because you want that onion to get a little bit of, you know, fry up feeling. first in that, you know, saute that in that butter. Look at that, and that smell so good. So after like about a minute or two, I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomato. Look at that. You can see, you know, the mixture of the colors, and you know, after a few minutes, you watch that, you see that everything, you don't want it to burn, you see that everything is coming together. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some liquid backup ingredients to, you know, get that out. So we have some Sweet Baby Ray barbecue sauce. We have the jerk barbecue sauce. That's my Jamaican one. I love that one. You know what I mean? And then I also add a little ketchup. You know, you can also add some powder seasoning if you want, but right now I'm not gonna really add a lot of powder seasoning. We got some hot pepper sauce from Jamaica. It's hot, but it's not really hot, but it still have a little kick to it. Yeah. Look at that. Looking good. I feel like I'm gonna touch a little bit of onion powder in there. Look how that turned out. Yes. And then you remember that paste that was in that blender? I'm gonna use that. Use a little water and wash that out, and use that in my pot. Also add a little bit of salt, and just spin that around. Cover that pot up, and let that stay there and cook on low heat for about a minute or two. We don't need no more than that, guys. This is it. Smell good, look good. Got a nice little, you know, we don't want it to get too thick. We want it to be a sauce so you can dip your chicken, your popcorn chicken. Look how beautiful that is. So we're gonna go ahead and start making a meal out of this. Look at this, wow. Look at my sauce. You can smell the aroma coming right through the Good Vibes Kitchen. Remember, you know, guys, please subscribe to the channel for more. We're just getting started, you know, so there's a lot more coming up. Popcorn chicken, guys, look how beautiful that is. A few fresh leaves of parsley over that, and the sauce. There's not much to say. Better we just go ahead and taste it, guys. Look how beautiful that is. If you have not yet subscribed, but yeah, wait, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Radam.